Hello, I'm Zachariah Julian, artistic producer for We Are the Seeds. You are listening to From Here with a View, a We Are the Seeds Philadelphia podcast. We recently had the honor of visiting Mike Trombley from the Blackfeet Nation, entrepreneur, musician, and father. In this episode, Mike shares the genesis of native audio, how he overcame a life-changing event, and what inspires him to give back to the native community. Here now is Mike Trombley.
Hi there, I'm Mike Trombley, the founder of Native Audio. I am a musician, engineer, business owner, and also I come from the Blackfeet Nation.
And where's that located?
Blackfeet Nation is located northwest of Montana, up by Glacier Park. I was originally from a small little town, Browning, Montana, and Browning resides on the Blackfeet Reservation.
And how did you end up out here in Ohio?
So I ended up out here because my stepdad, he actually ended up coming and visiting the Blackfeet Reservation. He was on a trip, and here him and my mom ended up connecting, and they fell in love. And 6 months later, I was in Ohio. They were married, and started the new portion of my life here in Ohio.
And were you working on music when you were living on the res?
Did not get involved in music until later on in my high school life. It was more like junior year. I finally picked up an instrument and started playing around with it.
Why did you connect to the instrument?
There was something about music that I didn't necessarily get from sports, that I didn't necessarily get from video games or just different things. There was something about music that just creatively and also like mentally just allowed me to kind of escape to a different world that gave me stress-free happiness.
How did Native Audio become Native Audio?
I was always the kid that was taking things apart, trying to figure out how it worked. My family thought I was making weird type of electronic explosives in my house, but I was just taking circuits apart and doing crazy kooky things. I've always had this kind of, I wouldn't say it was like a knack, but I always had this kind of thing of like trying to figure out how things worked. And that kind of extended into my music life. And so I always wanted to know, like, why was that guitarist playing that? What made him do that? And so I got into music theory and all this kooky stuff. And then I hit the crossroads that all of us hit when we get ready to leave high school is, what do I do now?
Wright State University is where I ended up going and get my bachelor's and my master's in electrical engineering.
And engineering was kind of, it scratched a lot of itches that I had as my personality. During my undergrad and even into my graduate studies of engineering, I was taking a lot of my coursework to electrical engineering, and then I was also applying that to these pedal circuits, the effect pedals. And so it was really cool to be able to kind of take what I was learning in the classroom and apply that to stuff I was doing at home with a lot of these circuits. I asked friends in the area to play around with it, let me know what they think, and they would get me back with their with their feedback, and then I would tweak it more, and then it wasn't till about 2015 that I ended up coming out with Red House Electronics. Red House Electronics, we came out with the Mint Drive, and then later on we came out with other products. But as we started developing these products, these products actually ended up kind of having character in themselves. They started kind of reflecting my Native American background or culture, and we kind of took that and kind of ran with it. And because all these products didn't necessarily fit with the name Red House Electronics, we ended up taking the name Red House and we changed it to Native Audio, because that's kind of who we are. Native Audio, we are native, and the audio, so we share culture and we also work on sound. And that's kind of how Native Audio was formed, and we continue to this day to kind of share culture through sound with musicians ranging from all kinds of instruments, and it's been such an awesome journey.
I feel like there's a little bit of a perspective of like, we're like a huge operation in a sense. Like some people see like the website, they see the multiple products, and then they think that like it's like a 10-man, 15-man show doing this, but when you boil it down, it's Mike Trombley and Micah kind of just busting their butts trying to get something out the door.
Are you comfortable talking about the accident you were involved in?
Yeah. What accident? No, I'm sorry. Yeah. The accident, what ended up happening was I went and we used to do guitar shows, and your typical guitar show is basically you set up a table and you put out product and you try to sell that product to musicians. I just, I went and set up, sold, and then I went and I ate lunch with a buddy, and then the last thing I remember is literally putting on a podcast. I threw it in the cup, threw my phone in the cup holder. I blink, and what was Sunday ended up turning into Tuesday. So I time traveled basically with a blink, and woke up Tuesday inside a hospital. I had no idea what happened. I was lost. I was confused, and the doctors asking me, "Hey, what's your name? Do you know where you're at?" And all questions that I couldn't necessarily answer. Briefly remember them walking me down a hallway and back, and then like everything was just kind of fuzzy. But I finally regained kind of my sense, and I ended up spending close to 6 months doing physical, occupational, and speech therapies. During the accident, what happened from the police report is that it was a stop traffic in the left lane, and there was a pile of cars that stopped, and the driver behind me was distracted and actually ended up rear-ending me, and I was pretty much in traffic in place, and he hit me going 70 miles per hour and crushed my car, destroyed a lot of my equipment, and destroyed my brain. I ended up suffering 3 brain bleeds and a bruising of the brain. So they classify that as a traumatic brain injury. And like I said, I spent the 6 months doing physical, occupational, and speech. And it's very, very, very traumatic. And even to this day, I still have some minor residual stuff. We always joke around because sometimes you'll find the lunch meat in the cabinet, or you'll find the tea or the bread over in the fridge. Just minor weird kooky stuff, and then prolonged conversations kind of wear me out. But I am very, very thankful that I am where I am now, and that my brain can function. It was terrible. It was months of not being able to read, not being able to just function normally, and being an engineer and not having the ability to use my brain. It was a very crippling experience, and one that now has changed kind of the course of my life and how I kind of view life. And so, I don't rest now. I want to do stuff, and I want to have fun. I want to just live life. So yeah, it was interesting, but also it was a learning experience.
Yeah, and you got married after that.
Yeah, so I ended up getting married after that. I got married 2021, so 8/1/21, and they've been married 2 years now. And my wife Chastity was my girlfriend at the time, and she was basically my caretaker during that entire time. But I'm so thankful for her.
And you have a child now. Congrats.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, Little River. Yeah, she's awesome. She's very cool. It's interesting having a kid too, because it just kind of it opens up a new door in your life. And to me, being able to I'm always on the go, trying to do this, trying to do that. And having River in my life now just allows me to really kind of enjoy kind of what's happening, because I feel she's 6 months old now, and it feels like she just grew like that quick. So It really makes me want to like, yeah, this stuff's cool, that stuff's cool, but like really makes me take some time and just further enjoy life.
Hello, listeners. Zachariah here. I just wanted to share one of my favorite sites for buying Indigenous art and learning about Indigenous artists. An Indigenous woman-owned and operated business, ProjectAntelope.com is an innovative online marketplace that features fine arts, fashion, books, music, and home goods. If you like to support Indigenous art and artists, ProjectAntelope.com is a great place to start. Tell them I sent you. I want to kind of shift gears here and talk about the Pretty Bird Woman Scholarship.
Yeah, so the Pretty Bird Woman Scholarship, that is a scholarship that we started this year, and it's always been in my heart. I've always kind of had a like mentoree type of thing, and I like helping people if they're they're confused, they're lost, or whatever. I like helping them kind of direct them at least somewhat in a way that can help them find something they love doing. What we've done with the Pretty Bird Woman Scholarship is we want to give back to the community, and more specifically, we wanted to give back to the community, to our future scientists, to our future artists. And so the Pretty Bird Woman Scholarship is, this year we had the opportunity to give a scholarship to a creative arts student and to a STEM student. And yeah, it was really cool because just seeing how these, and the students that we're given back to that are earning these scholarships, they are actually enrolled members with the Blackfeet Nation too. So it's not just a general scholarship, but it's a scholarship that's geared towards students in my hometown on my reservation. And so these are Native students that are wanting to really do cool stuff in the world. And I've had the opportunity to select the students for these scholarships, and the two students that ended up winning these scholarships, one was a student that was wanting to study microbiology. So she was the STEM student, and what she wanted to do was be able to pursue microbiology to be able to kind of work in the pharmaceutical world, so then that she could later on work on being able to bring more practical medication to reservations, and because reservations are one of the are one of the communities that really struggle. Like it's a nationwide thing, but on reservations, it's even more that being able to have access to medications that can cure things that are like diabetes and more reservation-centered diseases. And the other student, she was actually the creative arts student, and she wanted to be able to pursue dance. And not only did she want to pursue dance, but she actually wanted to be able to incorporate native style dance into her performances, which is super cool because the microbiology, the creative arts, the dance, these two disciplines, they are kind of an extension of what native audio does, which is taking engineering and being able to put a native flavor to it. So I fully supported these students, and we ended up giving them the scholarship this year. And Pretty Bird Woman is my grandmother's Indian name, and she is a person that really embodies the spirit and the character of our Blackfeet people. She's the person that like is kind of your moral compass. When you run astray, you look up, and she's like the northern star to kind of who we are and who we want to be. And so I really, really want to be able to take that same kind of character and be able to apply that into the world. And that's what we ended up doing with the Pretty Bird Woman Scholarship.
Your approach to native audio, the aesthetic of the pedals, is very minimal. Where does that come from?
Yeah, so I would say like the minimalistic approach to the pedals is kind of an extension of who I am as a person. I don't require much, and the same kind of goes with my pedals. Is that we're musicians. A lot of times we're performing, and during that performance, you don't have the time to be able to sit and twist and turn and bend and break all kinds of pedal settings. And really, kind of what we try to do with native audio is we try to get the features that you need the most right in front of your face. That way, when you're in the performance, you don't even skip a beat. And as far as the aesthetic goes, it's all about being able to convey the details in a way that is easy to comprehend. And so one color, quick labels, nothing super jazzy, but yet something that really kind of provides clarity to the musician.
Oh, that's amazing. Today's a huge day for native audio. You got some big releases coming out today. Please go down the list.
Yeah, so native audio today, we are dropping the War Pony, which we're just kind of opening up a quick little window, allowing people to kind of play around or order one. And we're also releasing coffee and t-shirts. And the War Pony is kind of taking one of our products and really kind of I don't even know, kind of like destroying it in a sense. We're just completely taking the circuit and twisting it into something that's really, it's something different. And what we ended up doing was we changed the graphics, changed the sizing, because it really is a different beast. And what it really comes down to is us wanting to have fun. We're musicians. We love creating. We don't like normal. And so anything we can do to not be normal, we'll try. And that's what we did with War Pony. And so we're kind of opening this up. Just it's really kooky and allowing people to have a short little window to buy. And then once it's done, it's done. Then what we'll do is we'll ship those out. Each pedal is actually going to be built by hand. So we'll take numbers, see how many orders we have, and then we'll start ordering parts and then building it. It's fresh to made. So no Little Caesars hot and ready. This is made to order. So, and then we have the Native Audio Coffee, which the Native Audio Coffee is, I'm super excited about this one. We ended up teaming up with Labor Drive Coffee, which is his over in New Mexico, and he's a native roaster. And it was really cool because this guy knows his stuff. Like when it comes to coffee, I'll drink it. I don't know as much stuff. I know medium, blonde roast, like I know the different roast levels, but this guy is a wizard at all things coffee. And so to be able to have his expertise and to be able to work with him in collaboration was very cool. And Cody over at Labor Drive, he's actually a big fan of native audio. He has the products as well, so it's very mutual. He loves the pedals, I love his coffee, so we kind of just connected and we came out with the Western blend. And so we're gonna try this, see what people think. And then finally, t-shirts. We love t-shirts. T-shirts are a real cool way to rep your tribe, and that's exactly what we do. We came out with our Native Co t-shirts. It's kind of a vintage vibe with the it's native audio, but really kind of captures some old school fonts. And so yeah, excited about that. And we'll just see how it does. And it's always fun to just kind of do something a little bit different and kind of switch things up. And that's kind of what we do at Native Audio is we get something set up pretty and then we destroy it and then we create something new. So we love doing it though.
I was here witnessing your fan base come in, the emails, buying your new pedal. What do you have to say to those fans and the new fans that are just buying your pedals for the first time?
I will say it is so cool to connect with people in general. Like it's one thing to be a manufacturer and to build product and put it out into the world, but like that can only get you so far because it's cool to do something that has meaning. And that meaning not necessarily is, I mean, we have these stories, those carry meaning, but also it's really cool to have such a receptive audience that connects with us, and that whatever we're putting out into the world, they're connecting with. So when we get messages like with the emails that I got, the customer placed an order saying, "Man, I'm super pumped about this. I'm making space on my board," or we just got a text from our dealer saying, "Hey, can I personally get a war pony for myself because that thing looks so sick." Like, it's really cool to be able to get that feedback and to know that this product is connecting with someone. So I take it, like, to me, like, that is really what this is about, is to be able to connect with people. And that truly means a lot for me, that they want to connect with me, and that, I appreciate it. That's, if anything I could say to them is, we love connecting with you, and we can't wait to connect more.
Well, from the entire We Are the Seeds team, thank you so much for being on From Here with a View, We Are the Seeds Philadelphia podcast. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I guess the only thing I'd say is, like, I really love what you guys are doing, being able to spread awareness of Native creatives. Our natives were doing such a cool thing, and be able to shed a light on that is really cool. And I appreciate the opportunity to be able to share the story of Native audio. And one of our biggest things before I get off here is that Native audio, we aim to share culture through sound. And I take it as an honor to be able to represent the Blackfeet Nation in all things we do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us for this episode of From Here with a View, a We Are the Seeds Philadelphia podcast. Please subscribe, share with a friend, and leave us a review. You'll be helping us grow our listener community and elevate the impact of our podcast. You can learn more about this podcast at wearetheseeds.org. From Here with a View is executive produced by Michelle St. John, Zachariah Julian, and Tyler Nagoyo producing. Sound mixing and original theme music by me. To listen to more of my music, follow me on Spotify and Apple Music. From Here with a View logo art was inspired by an original oil pastel drawing by artist Jason Weesaw. Graphic design by Fernanda Leon. This podcast was funded in part by Independence Public Media Foundation. We'll see you next time on From Here with a View.